and it's been a while. So this video is pretty much an update what is going on and what I'm trying to do. So I'm probably gonna stop making videos for a little bit because there's things I have to do. But I'm gonna do my best to put out some content when I can. Um, but yeah, it would be nice if you guys could help me out with liking and subscribing on my videos. If you guys want, leave a comment down below and share any of my videos. It'll be a big help. Other than that, updates that I'm thinking of doing on my um, content. So I'm still iffy about making any more content of NGS. This is why. There's pretty much nothing to make content out of NGS. So another part is like burning out a little bit. So that's why you haven't seen me making more videos as of lately. And plus other things that has been happening. I've been struggling on real life scenario, but that is, my personal take that I have to deal with. Excuse me. Other than that, um, I don't know if I'm gonna keep doing how I normally do of how I make my videos. Or, yeah, from here on out, I'm probably just like, cause here's the other thing before I get into that. I'm a gamer. I love playing games. However, content, gaming, it kind of collide. I don't take it as, how most of the content creators or influencers, they take it as a job. I take it as, you know, if I can make it a job, cool. But as you could kind of see, my subscribers, it's low, which is fine. It's that I'm okay with it. I want to make videos for me. If you guys like it, you guys watch it. If you guys want to subscribe to me, you know, I really appreciate it. If you guys comment, that would be amazing. Other than that, um, you know, I'm happy where I'm at, actually, on, you know, with my subscribers, people liking my videos and watching them, sharing them, But it would be nice, having the extra mile, the extra step, if I want to, make it as a career and dedicate more of editing and putting more content. Other than that, you know, um, I just want to do videos for me to, I want to keep enjoying making videos. That is, my hot take. I do want to make videos for, what you guys like, but also I want to enjoy and be satisfied with what I put into it. Um, that's why I might not make it how I used to do on like NGS or PSO2 if, you know, if, um, the survey part of the first survey that I claimed and say if there is more people watching it and subscribing to it and liking the video, I will make a content me going and trying out PSO2. Not New Genesis, because we pretty much, I'm already here. But making PSO2 content, and you can see my experience from that point. And, how all that shenanigans, me experiencing of it. So it's going to be probably a treat and a setback for you guys if you guys played it. And, what I'm going to find or explore, and probably ask some of my friends here and there, what do I need to expect, or if they could help me with this and that. But yeah, other than that, I want to explore different things. I am thinking, yeah, I'll say it now. I am thinking of streaming. It's a thought process and an idea. I'm, researching as we speak as of now. Um, I'm looking into Twitch. I'm also looking at YouTube, which is more, you know, um, that works for, streaming and, you know, saying certain, especially how the verification BS that's been happening from UK and then migrating to other parts of the world and also United States. Um, I might make a video of, new stuff, politics a little bit of religion, a little bit of everything on a certain topic that is involved entertainment and also involved in, gaming, all the social BS. Thinking of it. I don't know if I'm going to do it because as I'm saying it, it's going to be a hell of a work and a lot of editing and all trying to make it into, less than 30 minutes. It's going to be a pain in the ass, I will say. But am I going to follow through? Don't know. But I am thinking about it. It's in the idea process, the bucket list that I have in mind. But yeah, if you guys seen that, I've been experimenting of how I'm gonna do my, my intro, how my intro is gonna look, and I've been playing around. If you guys notice, I've been playing around, seeing what works and what isn't. I did get a copyright strike on one of my videos, but other than that, I don't give a shit. Because YouTube, what it is, whatever. But yeah, I did that for experimentation wise to figure out something, and I'm coming close to what that might be. I might say it, I might not. I might leave it into a Discord. Um, Depending. But anyways, my head is starting turning to see how I can make this work. But it might help out other content creators too. Just an FYI. I'm doing a lot of experimentations and a lot of, mischievous things on the background. But gaming wise, I'm not gonna be, that mischievous. I'll still glitch, I'll still cheese, I'll still, cheat if I need to. But that's mostly on Pokemon wise. Um, but other than Pokemon, uh, it's still a cheat regardless of whatever game or whatever content I am gonna try and, find those loopholes. or the loopholes finds me. But anyways, I don't know if I can say it again just to be clear. I really don't know if I'm gonna stick to the same formula that I've been doing over the past almost, I guess, almost a year or so of making content, if I'm not mistaken. Or it could be 2 years. I don't know. But yeah. Um, how I, you know, get the pros and cons and how I lead up to certain content creators because they actually have other, information that I wanted to say, but they already say it. So that's why if you could kind of hear like certain videos that has certain content creators on it, and I just give my input, my intake, and some ideas, and also, um, kind of like a debate, or yeah, kind of like an argument or debate, whatever I was trying to go for. But even though my idea and um, I won't say my opinion, but also it's not as well as of an opinion, depending what I'm talking about. Mostly is the how I see it in certain things like NGS, the TOS system, that in terms of service, that you as a consumer or you as a worker, things like that, it the TOS is pretty much like I'll do a little brief. It's pretty much a guide of telling you what is and what isn't for you or for other companies because it's a vague broad of, snippets here and there because it's a protection for the IP itself for the company, but also telling uh, who's licensing it, and other companies that want to get into partnership with um, NGS, for an example, since we're in this game. And other than that, it's telling the consumers certain parts. So it's a little, third party companies. It's a little bit of everything. So, but is it, do you need follow through the terms of service? Not necessarily, but it's a nitpicky subject because it's either this, either that, maybe not, or maybe yeah. It's, you know, you're going into a depth of different ingredients into that, whatever that is, because you're like walking in a tightrope and you're trying to balance yourself out, trying to figure out, can I do this? Can I do that? And if you're, indecisive, it could go either or, and it may not benefit you because it's always going to benefit who made the product 95% of the time. That's, to be frank and clear. But other than that, if you know that, then, but, you know, regardless of that. So going back to topic, that I may not do that anymore. I may on certain occasions, but I want to do my best to avoid that and work on something new. So, as I stated, I'm a gamer, so I'm just gonna record and have fun. There might be certain games that it's gonna be a lot of reading, and you know how that rumor is, gamers can't read. So there might be truth to it, but with the ADD and certain issues that's been going on, you know, it's hard for me to just stay focused into a game or just have fun and then reading it. It's to me it's a pain in the ass because it's hard to separate that, and I probably be murmuring or not saying the right dialogue, or I might get confused, and instead of saying occupation for an example, I might say something else, or the words you know gets jumbled up. And I'm just saying it right now just in case if I do try of games that's just a lot of reading, I probably gonna not read it and just gonna do what I do most of the time, is just figuring it out as I go, and make a lot of mistakes till you get it right. You might say that, and there might be times that I might not be talking, I'm like in the zone, so I kind of forget that I'm recording. So it happens a lot, but I can do easier games, so I could find out that balance and get better at it, because I'm still new at this influencing and YouTubing and things like that. Um, will I ever show, my face and, how I actually look like? I don't know, because all this, again, from going from what is happening lately in politics and the new stuff. I don't know. I am thinking, because here's another take. I really want to show um, martial arts. I wanted to put it in videos that people could learn how to self-defend themselves, as regardless what gender you are, how strong you are, um, if you have a disability or not. I would find ways to help those type of people that needs help, and when there's things that has been happening, how can you protect yourself on that, you know, on those situations. I'm really into that and want to do it, but at the same time, there's other steps I need to partake, and you know, figuring that part out. But it's gonna take some time. And also, if I have that in me to do it, and if I'm able to make income out of that, then I would focus on that. But who knows in the future? It's just a, you know, bucket list, and I'm spitballing of for you guys can see my creativeness and what ideas that's coming out of my head, because I'm just, winging it from here, and my thought process as I'm explaining to you guys what I'm thinking for the future and what I want to do. And I am messing with music, of and beats. Not me, making beats, making music, which I would like to, but um, since the copyright strike made me think, and another person, a cool person that told me that I could use um some of his things for background music and like for intro things like that. It was like way back then, so it kind of brought me back. I lost one of my account that I had, you know, conversation with him. So, but since that account's gone, got hijacked for somehow. Um, so I've been messing with um other video games that has, tracks. So if you guys are interested in having those tracks or using those tracks, I might put it on the side project. Well, yeah, I will put it in the side project, and you guys could pick and choose what you like and use it for your, if you want to make content for yourself, or something fun, or if you want to get into YouTubing and things like that, you could use those tracks, the ones that you like the most. And so like that, you won't get copyright strikes. um, that is my idea for the side project playlist. I'm gonna put some, music uh, tracks, or you guys could use it whatever you want. And that's for, anyone that likes, like Cyberpunk, for an example. There's gonna be some tracks from Cyberpunk, and if I find another game that has, good tracks, I'll just, record and posted it in the side project. So you guys could, take a listen. If you like it, you could use it on your content. And you don't need a, uh, yeah, you could do whatever you want with it, and you don't, um, put word that, you know, of me making it. It's not me making it. It's, you could use it as, it's a gift for you guys, a treat. Um, But I will do like some editing here and there of, for the music track if you want to have a certain distinct music. So I can be playing with that. Um, like how I did for Call of Duty. I think it was the first video that I made, kind of like a cinematic type of thing. I might put that. I'm gonna in certain, video games that I'm gonna be playing. If I like it, if I can make it like cinematic, it's gonna be very uh, a quick short video. So you guys might like it, kind of like shorts, but it won't be like shorts though. But yeah, I'm thinking of that. Um, but yeah, like I said, uh, going back to video gaming, I might uh create content just for the hell of it, and you're pretty much gonna see me play and not like critiquing or things like that. Um, yeah, that's pretty much what I have in my head so far. Um, Also, oh, before I forget, um, I am thinking of making content like, because what's it called? What's this guy called? PS Ready, that what he does for PlayStation content, for talking about PlayStation. So there's other, content creators that talks about Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, PC, things like that. I'll probably make content in the future, or whenever, if I feel like putting all that uh, so-called console wars. There's no such thing as console wars. Excuse me. Um, I'm not for the company. I'm for the consumers. Just letting you guys know. I don't give a shit about companies. Um, but in the same time, I want to give a shit to give them the benefit of the doubt that they're making the best what they can, quote unquote. But at the same time, I believe more of the consumers' um, wise of things. I don't partake as much business because business, most likely, you guys know, they are driven by greed. They are driven of, you know, other things on top of it. They think they know what's best for the players or the consumers. But probably back then, you know, when they made Atari and, when Super Nintendo and Sega first came out, you know, probably then they were for the consumers. Because I will say this, the early 2000s and down, from the 80s, 90s, things like that, when they first started making video games were pretty much a hobby. And they did a complete games that were, they had certain difficulty level. But now it's they cut that in half or more than half, and selling the rest, they give you that little piece of nugget, and the rest of the nugget, it's pretty much DLC or expansion, and you have to pay more what it should be in the game in the first place. And why, like an example, Call of Duty, why have it, you know, the huge memory for a stupid game well, Call of Duty is not as stupid, but now, how they became, it's kind of stupid. How they're using a lot of your memory storage just for that single game. You know, even when you have uh, 1 terabyte with Call of Duty, you could only have 3 games in PlayStation, 3 or 4 games with only just a terabyte. Imagine. So since Sega PlayStation now trying to take the terabyte away or rewrite it for it will be like 800 and something gigabytes, you will only be able to play Call of Duty. You won't have anything else for you could switch if you get tired of Call of Duty. You had to delete Call of Duty for you could have more space. And that isn't fair. But Call of Duty needs to fix their shit. Activision needs to fix their shit. Boom. But yeah, you kind of see where I'm going with this. But yeah, I won't talk about too much of that right now because I would probably get into the loop. Anyways, if you guys like the future that's probably gonna, come in sooner or later. Yeah, I want to change it up a bit, do something different, and hopefully you guys like, probably it's gonna be like a walkthrough or something in that, type of mindset. Um, but I'll do my best to, you know, entertain you guys. Uh, as much as I'm not a best entertainer of, but I can see what I could do and, how to fit me with my personality wise. 'Cause I'm pretty much linear, if you guys can tell. My voice, because it's, a stupid announcement. Because my voice is like deep, not, extremely deep, but deep enough and in a probably medium stage. I'm, not that enthusiastic. I'm more a bit of a serious person as I'm, you know, commenting or, trying to make sometimes funny in a way. My voice doesn't, pitch up or down, I don't have that type of emotions. I'm very animated, but yeah, here it's kind of hard to be animated. And I give props to the people that can, and you know, you know. But anyways, yeah. Please like, subscribe, share the video, comment, and see where it takes us to the new future. Um, when in doubt, crash out, peace out. Later.